friends. So, I have a story for you that's called Let's Get It Started. Let's Get It Started. And this story is about this little girl and how she can be super self-motivated. That's kind of a big word. Go ahead and whisper that in your hand. Self-motivated. That is a really big word for saying that you are willing to learn something and you want to achieve your own goals. It means that you are excited to try something new and then you stick with it and you're willing to get started on your own. That's why it's called Let's Get It Started. So we're going to read this book right now, and I want you to think about how is she motivated in this book? How is she ready to get it started on her own? Let's Get It Started by Stacey Sparks, illustrated by Joan Oliver. Guess what? Mrs. Lopez said. Mrs. Carson won't be in school for a few months. She had her baby. It's a girl. Could we make a present for the new baby? I asked. Good idea, Meg. What would you like to make? Asked Mrs. Lopez. My baby brother has something hanging from his ceiling that he loves, I said. That is called a mobile, said Mrs. Lopez. So she just offered to start a project. Over here we hear Mrs. Carson won't be in school because she had a baby. And look, Meg said, oh, I have an idea. Maybe we could make her a present. And she thought of this idea all by herself. Now let's see if she can get it started. Let's make a big one, said Dylan. What should we put on it? Asked Sophia. Maybe we should do something that flies, Mrs. Lopez suggested. How about butterflies? Mark asked. Another great idea, said Mrs. Lopez. We'll start the project next week. All week I thought about the mobile. I even got a butterfly book to look at the library. On Monday, we didn't make the butterflies. We didn't make them on Tuesday either. On Wednesday, I had an idea. I decided to get the butterflies started on my own. So sometimes in school, you have to wait for a while and be patient because you really want to do something, and it seems like maybe their class hasn't had time yet to work on it. But what is she doing? Look, she is on her own time. She's being self-motivated, and she's like, I'm going to just start this project for myself. Meg, what pretty butterflies, said Mrs. Lopez. That reminds me, we should work on our mobile. Mrs. Lopez gave us tissue paper and glitter and all kinds of colorful art supplies. So it seems like the substitute teacher forgot about it, and when she saw Meg's picture of the butterflies, it made her remember about the present. So actually, Meg helped them all get started because she got started on her own and other people saw and remembered. We all made beautiful butterflies and hung them from the mobile. It looked magical. I was sure Mrs. Carson and her new baby would love it. Thank you, Meg, said Mrs. Lopez. You had a great idea for a project, and then you got us all started on it. Wow, that is so awesome. So she came up with the project on her own, and she's just in kindergarten just like you. And then she went ahead and got started on the project, and that helped her whole class get started. So she was extra motivated, extra self-motivated. She thought of an idea, she went and did it, and she got other people excited about it too. Let's think about real life now. What is this child doing? How is he showing that he's motivated? Whisper in your hand or tell someone next to you. I'm thinking maybe he looks like he's playing with Play-Doh, and he looks like he's not just sitting there staring at the wall. or staring at the ceiling or like twiddling his thumbs. He went ahead and just got started on his own. He looks like he has a plan. He's building some horses and some people and some houses. And he looks like he has a plan and he's just getting started. He just went ahead and got started all on his own. Wow, so he is definitely showing that he is self-motivated. When have you started something on your own? When is there a time that you've started something all by yourself? And how did it feel to get started on your own without an adult or someone else having to tell you? Whisper in your hand or tell someone next to you. When have you started something on your own? I think Mabel wants to share. You keep thinking and I'll go get Mabel. Mabel says that there was this one time when she wanted to make a building out of paper, and she wanted to like roll the paper up and make a building out of it. It was during purposeful play, and she said that she didn't even need to wait for someone to tell her to get started. She knew she was supposed to do something during purposeful play, and she went ahead and started building something all on her own. So she was super self-motivated when she did that. I hope you've thought of something that you've done on your own that was self-motivated. Today, when you are doing anything that you might be doing for school or just at home, I want you to think about how you can make sure you're just getting started, just on your own. Think about, like maybe during purposeful play, maybe you have a plan like how Mabel did. Maybe you have a plan that you're going to build something, or maybe you're going to make a card for someone, or make a present for someone like Meg did in her class. You think about what are you going to do, and then I want you today to try really hard to just go ahead and get it started. You don't need to wait for an adult to try to come over and help you get started. If you have a plan, you know what you're doing, you can just go get started on your own. And that's called being self-motivated. So today, think really hard about when can you be self-motivated. Ooh, I have another idea. Maybe during Reader's Workshop, when we go off and we read on our own, maybe sometimes you wait for a little bit and you wait for someone to come tell you, hey, you're supposed to be reading. But if today you didn't wait for someone to tell you to go and get started, if you knew right when Reader's Workshop started, you went and you started reading on your own without your family reminding you, that would be self-motivated. You could be self-motivated during Reader's Workshop, during Writer's Workshop, during purposeful play, during math, during different times of the day. So think, how can you be self-motivated and get yourself started